the show, hardworking Mr. Dynamite.
Hollywood sports.
Action.
What's good, everybody? What's good, Madden community? It's your boy, Hollywood Sports. What's good, everybody? What's good? If you are new to my channel, thank you and welcome to Hollywood Sports. In this video, we're going to talk about my thoughts on the possible, now I'm saying possible, direction of Madden football. The possible direction of Madden football. I'm going to give you my thoughts, guys, and you let me know what you think. I kind of know what everybody thinks. I don't know any people individually what they think, but I kind of know what some people are going to think, okay? And what, some people are going to think either way. But anyway, I need your input, guys, on what you think my thoughts are. Now, I'm going to tie some information into my thoughts on the direction that I'm not saying they're going in the direction, but I'm saying there's a possible direction that EA is going into that could be positive, okay? Now, we have to realize that Madden football is severely behind in gameplay. And basically, all areas of the game, Madden football is behind. We all imagine sometime if NFL 2K5 didn't lose the license, the simulation license, and they've been building that game all these years until to NFL 2K5 22. Can you imagine what that game could have been? It's not 100% sure that we're going to go in the same direction. Things change, leadership change, people leave, people go. We don't know. But if they had stayed on the same pace that 2K5 was headed into as far as simulation football and replicating NFL football, man, we could be having an amazing game right now. But anyway, we think about those things, okay? And so I'm saying people compare NFL 2K5 to Madden to this day, and they still give NFL 2K5 the crown, okay? Even if they're wrong or if they're right, it doesn't matter. That means that's the fault of EA. That people would say that, right? Because Madden football is severely behind. Now, I'm going to try to get through these points. I got some points written down. If I don't stick to my points, I'm going to go all over the place, okay? I'm going to get emotional and go all over the place. Now, this is not a rant, guys. It's only a conversation on my thoughts on the direction of Madden football, okay? We know they're behind. Now, some people might say, some of y'all might say EA is lazy. Right? We've heard that. The reason why Madden football is behind because EA is a lazy company. Okay? Some of y'all might say it's because of Ultimate Team. When they found out how much money Ultimate Team can make, everything else fell off the table. There was no initiative or motivation to create simulation football. The money signs was in their face. Okay? Some of y'all might say it's Clint Oldenburg. Okay, the gameplay director for EA, Madden. Some of y'all might say he don't know what he's doing. I heard comments about, the line play's messed up. So Clint don't know what he's doing. He should have the line play fixed. See, y'all might be blaming Clint, right? Some of y'all might say the development team don't know what they're doing, right? We've heard that. The development team don't know what they're doing. They need to get some qualified developers in there, right? We've heard that. On the reason why EA Sports Madden is behind in all areas, especially gameplay. Okay, we talk about their sidelines. Okay, I'm getting off track. We talk about all that stuff, right? We talk about living worlds and all that, right? Okay, now let me tell you this. The real reason, guys, is the suits. Okay, I've learned that it's the suits. Okay, so when Semi-Fall Critic, Smitty, Azure, Shopmaster, all those guys, they know, man. They know. They say it's not the development team, and I believe them. You know why? Because when those times I went down to EA Play and talked to those developers, guys, there's no way they don't know what they're doing. Okay? There's no way they don't want a simulation football game that replicates the NFL. There's no way. Now, if I hadn't have met those guys and talked to some of those guys, maybe I would have a different opinion. And I used to have that opinion that those guys don't know what they're doing, or something's going wrong, why they can't get the gameplay right. But now I know the real story, guys. It's the EA suits. It's the EA suits up there, EA. Okay? Let me tell you why it's the EA suits. The suits have their own priority for the direction of Madden football. Listen to me, guys. The EA suits in Madden up at EA have their priorities of what they think they want in Madden football, okay? Understand that it has nothing to do with the development team. The development team don't say, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this for Madden 22, we're going to do this. They don't do any of that. They just say, they have a meeting, this is what we're going to do. This is, the suit say, this is what we want, this is what we're going to do. And the devs have to do it, guys. It's their job. They're developers for this game, Madden NFL. See, that's their job to develop the game based on what the suits and the direction of the suits and that what they think is a priority is important, okay? Now, they are not interested in simulation football, obviously. That's why Madden is behind, guys. In franchise mode, gameplay, you name it. Madden is behind. Presentations, all that stuff, right? Player movement. We're going to get to that in a minute. They're improving on player movement. We're going to get to that in a minute. They put in the yard. They thought that the yard was a priority. They thought KO was a priority. They thought putting SpongeBob in the game was a priority. They thought putting Campbell's soup in the game was a priority. I'm saying they thought because we all know it's not the priority, right? We all know it's not the priorities. The suits at EA, okay, for the game did not include fixing gameplay as a priority. Fixing gameplay, fixing franchise mode, fixing player movement, improving AI intelligence was not the priority of the suits. Guys, listen to me. This is why Rex Dixon left, okay? Creative differences. Rex said it was creative differences. So how do you guys read into that? Rex wanted simulation NFL football. He wanted Madden to replicate that as the best of his ability. But the suits did not want that. You guys used to always get on Rex, threatening Rex. Rex this, Rex that. He don't know what they doing. They need a new director. But you guys found out Rex left because of creative differences. And what was that difference? The suits, their priority was not to make a simulation NFL football game. That was Rex's motivation to make NFL simulation football game. The suits, that was not their priority. That was not something they thought should be on the back of the boxes fixing gameplay. And that's why Rex left. Y'all see where I'm going with this? Okay? We're talking about my thoughts on the possible direction of Madden football. Okay? Now, we know why Rex left. Creative differences, right? It has been a copy and paste game year after year after year with minimal improvements. With minimal improvements. The reason why it's minimal because that's why Madden is behind. They throw a little bone out there every now and then, just a little bone. And we know most of the game is copy and paste, new roster, new scoreboard or something, right? New UI. That's just why Madden is behind. It was not a priority to simulate NFL football as the best of their ability. Again, the devs wanted to do that, but it wasn't a priority to the decision makers up at the EA, which is the suits. Copy and paste, copy and paste. And we all know that's true. We all know it's true, right? Now, most people that don't like Madden or not buying Madden or automatically every year say Madden is garbage, Madden is the same game, don't expect Madden to change overnight. Don't expect that wow moment every time Madden comes out, right? You're not gonna get that wow moment, guys. I'm talking to the guys that just say Madden's trash, Madden's this. We haven't seen nothing about the game yet, and everybody's saying, "Oh man, it's the same game, man. The beta is the same game." We get it. I hear that conversation every year. Okay. Don't expect, when you expect a wow moment in Madden, it's not going to happen. Why? Because the game is severely behind. Okay? They are severely behind. So how are they going to get to the wow moment when they haven't took care of the basics? They haven't took care of AI. They haven't took care of gameplay. They haven't took care of the basics, guys. So don't expect the wow. In my opinion, all I care about is the gameplay working properly. Gameplay working properly. And it seems so far, we don't know yet, that they've improved on the gameplay, but it's still Madden. It's still, like you say, it's still Madden 21.5. You're right. But it's a Madden 22. It's a Madden with a gameplay that's better. Is the gameplay where it needs to be yet? No, because the game is behind. So we can't expect all this fandango stuff, physics, momentum, all this stuff. But you can evidently see, or at least they've told us, they improve on the gameplay. Okay, when I played the beta, guys, I can say it was Madden 21, but the gameplay was functional in some areas. Not all areas, because Madden is still behind. And we always say, man, it's the same game. Man, I won't say we because it's never the same game, but I'm just saying, you say it's the same game because you don't see the wow moment. You don't see all the spectacular animations. You don't see all that stuff because they're not there yet. They're behind. They are catching up. Madden 22 was a catch-up year in some areas. And it's going to probably take 4 to 5 years to really get Madden where it should be. And it might be longer, if we're lucky. Okay? So for you guys out there, don't expect Madden 22 to wow you. They're not at that level yet. I come to that conclusion, right? The devs want it. They can do it. But man, the only reason I think Madden 22 is at this level where they're trying to improve all this stuff. See, I'm getting off track. I'm getting off the track. Now, here's my thought. Madden 21 got a bad user score, right? Rated the worst game ever, or almost the next to the worst game ever. User score, right? All the gaming companies were spreading the word, and the word was getting out about how bad Madden was and how bad Madden 21 was rated, and it was just going crazy, right? It was all in the gaming magazines with GameStop, GameSpot, IGN, Ubisoft, all those companies, man, were just putting their information in. It was a big thing, right? Trending #1 on Twitter. Shout out to Brian Mazik, the hardest working man in gaming. The hardest working man in gaming, right? Brian Mazik created that hashtag, Picks Madden franchise. And shout out to him, shout out to the Madden community, because it went wild. It was trending on Twitter. It was trending all over the United States. And don't think the NFL didn't know what's going on. The NFL know what was going on. So it could have been a wake-up call for those suits up at EA. Listen to me now. It could be a wake-up call. It could be a definite wake-up call. It could be a temporarily wake-up call where they get back comfortable again and go back to their old ways and think, okay, now we did something to the game. Now we can go back and finish our plan how we want to do it. That's what I'm saying, a possible direction. So let's hope that Fix Madden franchise, man, they've done more for this game in Madden 22 than they've ever done. Guys. I mean, okay, here it is, guys. Here it is. They almost lost the exclusivity license for the NFL. I'm not saying they were going to lose the license. Madden is always going to have the NFL license, but they almost lost that exclusivity and let NFL 2K back in the game. They said it was almost. 2K was almost back in there. Almost. And I think that was part of it, guys. The bad publicity of EA. Another part of it was NFL didn't want to turn that $1.5 billion away from Madden. So they probably figured, well, let's go ahead and get NFL 2K all the license, all the rights, all the rights to the Players Association. Let's give 2K all that, but we won't allow them to do simulation yet. Let's see what Madden's gonna do. Let's see what EA is gonna do with this thing. I honestly think that's the decision that was made, because they couldn't turn down that money from EA. EA threw that money at them, guys. EA threw that money at them to keep that exclusivity. EA don't want no competition, guys. Okay, so hopefully this whole thing was a shakeup, because I'm telling you guys, they fixed they're fixing franchise mode. They worked on gameplay. They improved the AI in some areas of the game. They got new features like home field advantage, new crowd animations, updated broadcast package. They put new, they fixed the tackling as far as we can see for right now, right? They put in new celebrations, new animations. Come on, guys. They've never done this much for Madden. And when I say possible direction, it's because hopefully this was a wake-up call with Madden 21, and now they're going to start doing this game like it's supposed to. Keep improving franchise mode, right? Keep improving the gameplay. Keep improving the artificial intelligence and the AI. Keep going in that direction. Okay? What's the famous words? What's the famous words, guys? They could be going in the right direction. Let's hope they're going in the right direction. Let's hope this is not just a one-year thing with Madden 22. Let's hope they have plans to say, because they did say they have more plans for franchise mode for years to come, their live service to improve it. So let's hope that includes gameplay, AI intelligence, right? They improved the stats. What do they call it? The stats for the players. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. I'm not saying it's gonna be done, but this is a possible direction that Madden 21, the way they got hit with that, the way everybody was talking about Madden 21 with that bad publicity. Hopefully, that was a turnaround to wake those suits up and say, you know what? We better not do that again. Because we got a community. Those boys out there don't play. And we piss them off again, that's not going to look good for us. So we better jump into the game. We know what they want, so let's give it to them. Let's hope the suits are saying that, guys. Let's hope. Or something up there in the suit, somebody in the suit said, hey, maybe it was only one guy that says, hey, we need to change the direction of Madden football, otherwise we're going to lose it. Because they know NFL 2K almost got that simulation license. All right, guys, that's my thoughts. That's my thoughts on this whole thing. Hopefully, Madden is truly going in the right direction. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And I will see you guys on my next video.